So I was at work today and something really bad happened to me. Something fell on my head. I'm okay at this time. I'm absolutely fine. I'm going about my day and I keep feeling like I'm sweating and wipe it away. Oh, it's blood. Oh my god. It's fucking blood. Anyway, I carry on because there's obviously, some heroes don't wear capes. Gotta carry on, the job's gotta get done. And the customer comes out in a blind panic, oh my god, screaming, like throwing paper towels at me. Everything. His wife then comes rushing out behind him. Gets her phone out. 999. This shit is crazy. I look down the street. It's like the apocalypse. People are like, oh my god, he's gonna die. It was just, honestly, it was crazy. People started looting, like breaking shop windows, taking shit. Like, people were stealing cars. Because, oh man, it was just crazy. And I just want to quickly show you guys. I think it's right there. Remember guys, you can prevent serious accidents like this happening just by pushing the subscribe button and liking this video. For those of you who didn't know, Darwin Project was recently released on the PS4. It's a online free-to-play battle royale game with slight aspects of survival. I think it's developed by Scavengers Studios. See, Darwin Project's been out for Xbox and Steam since 2018. So I was quite excited to get my hands on it and finally play it. So I jump in the game, it throws you straight into a tutorial, which is great. Shows you the mechanics of the game, how it feels, and there are three main classes in this game. There is sort of like a jetpack class where you can fly around the map, hover above your enemies or over your enemies, get away, and that's okay. At first when I played that class, I was very much not expecting it to feel as slow and as sluggish as it did. Then of course you had the grapple hook class, and that for me was basically quite a similar aspect of maneuverability as the first class, except 10 times better. It was faster, you felt way more agile with it, and it was just overall felt a lot more versatile than the previous class. The jetpack feels very one-dimensional, very slow and very sluggish, whereas the grapple hook feels like I can not only grapple hook onto my enemies to pull myself closer to get the advantage, but I can also get away from a fight that I'm possibly going to lose in half the time that it would take me with the jetpack. So the third and final class is sort of like a hunter type class. You have your pet, it's like a hawk that hovers over your shoulder. You can send it to do menial things, you can send it to hunt, to gather, and it gives you such things as invisibility and stuff like that. It's quite good for getting the jump on your enemy, but again, I wouldn't say it's the strongest class in the game, but still, it's got a lot of uses and it is very versatile. What I can say is Darwin Project brings quite a refreshing and new outlook on the Battle Royale genre. The way it adds in minor aspects of survival. For example, you have your cold meter, so you have to light a fire or do such things like that to keep yourself warm. Set traps, gather wood, hunt these animals that you'll see running around, and they'll all give you sort of materials or things that you can use in game. And the thing with that is it's great, but the survival aspect, it's not taken far enough in my personal point of view, because yes, it's great, but I'd love to have seen more of it. You get a little taste of, oh, you're getting cold, please light a fire. So you do, and that's fine, that's over with. Gather the wood, again, that's good. So where I'd like to have seen more of the survival aspect of things is the crafting. And the thing that really bugged me is, for such a refreshing take on the genre, you could only use 2 weapons. No matter what class you are, just 2 weapons. And you have this crafting menu where you can craft traps, upgrades, abilities, and weapons. And then you look a bit closer at it and you actually see what first initially looks quite advanced is very, very basic. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the last thing you want is to play a game like this and be overwhelmed with trying to fight other players and be the last one to survive, but at the same time cope and deal with your own survival. So I understand, but it just feels like the game needs more. And the fact that I can only have 2 weapons at my disposal, I feel like the game was holding something back from me. And I feel like the gameplay needed to give me more. It needed to give me more of a reason to fully let my self-control go and really get engrossed in this game. Gameplay wise, playing Darwin Project is actually quite good. It's smooth. I found no bugs or glitches. The coding all felt smooth. There was at no point in time where I was playing it and wishing that I wasn't. There was at no point in time that I was playing it and wasn't having fun. But at the same time, when I am playing it and I am having fun, I feel like there needs to be more. And this game is ideal for someone who is sick and tired of the Battle Royale genre, who wants something different. This game is ideal for that. But you play this game and you want more from it. It's like it's dangling a carrot in front of you, and it's saying, "Look at me, I'm really good. Look at what I can do." And it's showing you, but it's not showing you quite enough. So with the aiming, it's okay. It's not the smoothest thing on earth, but there's nothing wrong with it. The melee combat is, again, it's very basic, which is nothing wrong with that. I'd like to have seen something a little bit more in depth with it. Not too much, but a little bit more, maybe a block or parry system. Instead, they have like this clash mechanic where you both attack at the same time, you just rebound off each other's weapons. So you could basically have a never-ending fight with someone if you just time your attack the same as theirs. And the only other weapon that you have in your arsenal is a bow and arrow. The bow and arrows aren't as versatile or as good as I thought they'd be. Maybe if your aim's a lot better than mine, you might be absolutely deadly with it. But that's what I mean by it needed to give me more. So when you take into account the fresh outlook that this game brings to the genre of Battle Royale, it's genuinely not a bad thing at all. And it feels pretty good. When you're playing the game, there's nothing mechanically wrong with it. At no point did I play the game and find any bugs or glitches. And as much as we expect that, we don't always get that. So, round of applause there for bringing out a game that actually works properly. And the good thing about Darwin Project is it's a game that feels honest. As silly as that sounds, it does. It's not pretending to be anything. It's not trying to overcomplicate things. If anything, it's oversimplified everything. And that's a good thing. But for me, that was a lot of the time its downfall as well. It never quite grabbed me and gave me that feeling of just one more. I've got to play one more. Even though the games are quick and the gameplay itself is fun, it feels like when you're playing Darwin Project, it feels like it's got so many more layers to it, but those layers don't exist. And those layers have been either held back or just not implemented into the game. The combat system, for example, it's oversimplified and could have so many cool layers to it. The crafting system, again, it's okay, but it's very basic. And not only that, the weapons, again, just 2 weapons. I know it's only been released a couple of days ago on PlayStation, but let's not forget this game got released in 2018. So I'm not reviewing this as a brand new game. So moving on to my personal thoughts on Darwin Project, is this a game that is going to grab you by the nutsack and grab your addiction strings and keep you playing and keep you feeling like you want more and more? No, it's not. This is a game where you're going to pick it up for an hour and you're going to go, okay, I'm done now. Is that a good thing for a Battle Royale? I don't know. I don't think so personally. I think Battle Royales need to grab you. They need to give you that addiction, that wow factor. Or maybe they don't. Maybe players do want a Battle Royale that they can just pick up and put down whenever. But for me, this game is probably a solid 5 out of 10, simply from the fact that I didn't get as much from it as I wanted. I felt like something had been held back, something had been stripped away from the game, and even though the game felt good and was fun, it could have been a whole lot more. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll catch you guys on the next one.